Hello and welcome to A Pint of Rice.
Hi.
I want to say podcast, but it's not podcast because we're actually just chatting really. But today we're drinking.
It's a Gavi di Gavi. Italian wine from Naked Wines, as always.
You must excuse the mess. This is before Christmas. I've got all the snacks here and some drinks here. There's no space anywhere really.
So recently we made a podcast episode about dumplings.
Well, and we also have a recipe thing.
We
for
also made a
vegan dumpling.
Yes. And I wish we had this experience before we made the podcast because we could have mentioned it. But now, instead, we need to do a review video.
Review video of the Itsu Teriyaki chicken vegan gyoza.
So basically what happened the other day, we had some leftover dashi and we needed to make some ramen or something like that. So we had some udon noodle. We didn't really have any other toppings. So we went to the shop that night and we don't normally buy any dumplings because we make ourselves.
Yeah, or if we are gonna buy dumpling, we'll go buy from a Chinese wholesaler.
So we buy it from Chinese shop, or make it ourselves. Unfortunately, we didn't have any ourselves.
We're busy.
We're busy.
We haven't had time.
Yeah.
We fancy dumpling, and we saw this, and
We thought, let's treat ourselves.
well, we'll try it because Itsu is a big brand, a chain restaurant in. Is it a chain restaurant?
I wouldn't call it a restaurant as such. I used to actually go to Itsu quite a bit when I was living in London.
To-go type place, isn't it?
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
Japanese food to go.
It's like, you know, it's a competitor. There's a competitor to Itsu called Wasabi.
I have never been to Itsu or Wasabi. I usually avoid them. Itsu and Wasabi is like a little bit better than your supermarket sushi.
It is a little bit. Itsu is a bit better than Wasabi. I have tasted both, and Itsu is a tiny bit higher quality than Wasabi.
Yeah, well, I'm annoyed with this one because I see adverts of them on television, you know, with like guac on it.
Oh yeah.
I was like, well, guac is a foodie, so you know it must taste good, right? Well, what's this? Eat beautiful lies.
Right, so this is supposed to be a vegan chicken type of thing, which is made from wheat, I think. So vegan gluten.
Check the ingredients.
Yeah. Or is this soya? Soya protein.
Yeah, soy protein, yeah.
Vegetables, teriyaki sauce, and truffle flavoring. Now, when you first open the bag, everything that you can smell is just truffles. And I thought at first, because
you can't smell it now because there's nothing in it.
you can still smell it, man. Jeez, this is so strong.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay,
No, I can't smell it.
You don't really have sense of smell, so.
No.
Yeah. First thing that you smell when you open this is truffles. And we love truffles. And I was really excited at first. But then, as we kind of started making our dinner, which is like Japanese kind of dinner, I started thinking that truffle makes no sense now.
Like, truffle is not an Asian thing.
It is not, no.
I never heard of truffle until I come to the Western world, you know. Few complaints I have with this, right, is that the fillings are too sweet and bland.
Yeah, it's bland and sweet at the same time.
Yeah, the pastry, like that, no, it was a bit mushy actually.
You would touch it with your chopsticks barely and it would just start falling apart.
Pissed off.
Yeah, it was ridiculously sweet. It just would. How can it go with anything? I don't know. And unless you have it like on its own, maybe if you make like a strong dipping sauce that is salty enough and but still that truffle flavor will cut through and it would make no sense. I don't know, it would make no sense. And I'm pretty certain on the back, what it says is very strange. I don't get it. Like, it says nothing. It says that there's natural truffle flavoring. So what does that mean? Does that mean there's truffles in there? There's natural truffles, or there's natural flavoring? Because, like, yeah, so I'm guessing that it's not even real truffle. It is most likely not real vegan truffle in this kind of thing.
You know what? I'm fine with the fake ones, to be honest with you. In most cases, I'm fine with the fake truffle oil flavour. Because, like, really, I mean, in most cases, you can't tell the difference anyway. But, like, obviously, especially in something like this, you know, probably I wouldn't want real truffle in there. I wouldn't want truffle in there, actually.
It will ruin it.
Ruined.
Yeah. Also, the filling was so small as well. It was so stingy.
Yeah.
It was like lots of this like flabby kind of.
Like a wonton.
Yeah.
But with no
It
filling.
was like wonton.
It was about this much of a filling.
Yeah.
In a dumpling that is about this big.
Yeah.
And I was so annoyed with the whole thing. There was no flavour. And, alright, this thing happened. You offered me to finish your plate because you couldn't finish it. Do you remember what I said?
Oh, yeah.
I said, no. I didn't want more of it because it was bad.
Yeah. I had to force myself to eat it.
I mean, we made better dumpling than this, right?
Oh, I mean, come on, man. Don't even compare our dumpling with this because...
We made, you know, dumplings with, you know, vegan mince or with pumpkin.
Yeah, we even made pumpkin.
Which we haven't got a recipe for on the...
We haven't got a recipe for. I only made it once, but it was really good.
That was really good. It didn't taste like pumpkin at all.
No, I managed to change the flavors completely.
However, if you want to see the vegan dumpling recipe that we have, we'll attach it somewhere on the screen. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is terrible. Also, it's so overpriced. It is the same price as the meat.
This was
dumplings.
It was 12 of them for how much?
£3.75.
£3.75 or UK squids. Like if you go buy a kind of equivalent thing in the Chinese supermarkets, which is about the same price actually, it works out.
Yeah.
But much nicer. Yeah, I wanted to try, you know, the other ones that they have, but I don't want to now.
No, yeah, exactly. Because I was thinking, okay, we're gonna buy this one this time, and even though we do like we rarely eat meat, we do sometimes eat meat, like a couple of times a year. And I thought, okay, well, maybe when there's a time again when we feel like, oh, we don't really want to make any dumpling, we're busy, whatever, let's try a different bag of dumpling, because they got like, I don't know, 6 different kinds. But now it just put me off. There's so many amazing vegan stuff coming out. There's so many amazing flavors. Like, I don't know, maybe 6-7 years ago, there wasn't so many alternatives, and when there was some alternatives, they were not like very great, and they were kind of bland tasting.
Yeah.
So I kind of get it, because it was just like a beginning of it. So I get that there's gonna be some you know, wonky stuff coming out, but there's been such a long time in making now with all the vegan alternatives. Like, the shelves of vegan stuff are expanding in the shops, and then to come up with this, like, come on, just because you're vegan doesn't mean that you got no taste buds. If anything, you got more.
Yeah. Someone somewhere went, oh, this tastes great, let's make it.
I'm sorry, maybe they had COVID.
Maybe they had COVID at the time, but
I just put really a lot of like stinky mushroom flavor. I thought, oh yeah.
You know what? I was having side effects from the vaccine, right?
Yeah.
And like, because it was so similar to COVID, I tasted this and I thought I had COVID. I'm like, wait, I lost my taste? And then no, I haven't. I tasted something else that got taste in there.
Yeah.
So I had me worried there for a second.
Yeah.
There are many great stuff that came out for vegans. I was actually just happy able to get some dumpling from a local supermarket.
Yeah.
So I don't have to go to like a Chinese place to go and buy them specially, or even make them myself.
Yeah.
So I was happy for that, but this is a disappointment on many levels For that, this is a 3 out of 10. 1 for effort, 2 for packaging design, 3 for marketing.
So that would be 6.
No, 1 point for each department.
Oh, so 1 for this, 1 for this, 1 for this. Not 1 for this, 2 for this, and 3 for this.
Yeah, well, the first point, second point, third point. You know what I mean. That's it, goodbye. Oh, wait, before that, if you want to hear more of our voice, cough, mate. You want to hear more of our voices, you can hear it in a Pint of Rice podcast.
Well, we do rant about food.
That we like.
And sometimes dislike.
Yeah, just for a little bit dislike.
Yeah.
That's it, bye.
Bye!